Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dentistry in 4D, teaching you how to market your dental practice in a digital age. I'm your host Brandon Platt of 4D Digital Media. Before we get started, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, like the videos, make sure you're getting your notifications so you don't miss any of our great content. Just to kind of recap, in episode 1, we talked about just kind of general marketing on social media and digital marketing for dental practices. And we got a little bit more specific last week in episode 2 when we talked specifically about Instagram. Today we're going to talk about Facebook, which, as I mentioned a little last week, can really integrate very well with Instagram since they are the same company now. Facebook recently acquired Instagram, and so you can sync the two of them on your Facebook page, and we'll talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. The biggest thing about Facebook is establishing a presence in the right way. And the way I would do that for your dental practice is I would make sure that you have some sort of either a service or business page on Facebook. This has to be linked to a Facebook account. However, the people that are viewing your business or service page will not be able to necessarily access your personal account, your personal information from there. They would obviously still have to be friends. You still have your privacy policy, all of that kind of stuff. So that's not something that you need to worry about. When you establish a business or service page, it really acts as an online advertising platform for your practice, which makes it very easy to build ad campaigns, to be able to post content just like you would on Instagram, and to really be able to interact well in a lot of different ways, be it directly with your patients via Facebook Messenger, through the page, to be able to interact with them via the comments, to be able to make offers or give specials that people can claim, or you can even have them book online if that's something that you choose to do. So there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize a Facebook business or service page. The biggest difference that I've seen using both of these is that if you have a Facebook business page for your practice and you're listed as a business and not a service, the business page will actually help you create what is called a QR code. And those are those little barcodes that you see that you can scan, or your patients can scan with their phones and take you directly to your Facebook page. What I recommend is taking that QR code, if you are able to have that, and print it out and put it up in your office, and put it up on your door and get it laminated. And so that way people who are, if they're in the waiting room, or if they're just walking by the practice one day, and they want to get more information, they can very easily scan with their phone and be able to use that QR code to get to directly to your Facebook page. Saves them a lot of searching and simply makes you more accessible, which is ultimately what you want, to increase your presence on social media. So that's the great thing about from a Facebook service page perspective. Then the other great thing about Facebook that really separates it from a lot of different platforms is the ease at which you can create a marketing campaign and an advertising campaign directly on Facebook. Facebook actually has a great wizard with this built into what is called the Business Suite in the Facebook business page or Facebook service pages, which really makes it very easy not only to post content, but also to build out advertising campaigns. You can select a target market on Facebook. You can select a geographic area that you're looking for, interests that you're looking for, age ranges, gender, and break it down any way that you want to, depending on the actual demographic and the population of your patients that you're looking to target with that specific ad. So, for example, if you're doing a wisdom teeth ad, you may be looking at individuals 18 to 25 primarily. If you're looking to get that age range in. Obviously males and females, college age individuals, and maybe you're looking to break down even more into target interests. Although, to be honest, my recommendation would be to stay away from the target interests and allow Facebook to get a population and use its algorithm, and I'll touch on that here in a second. For example, if you're using more dental implant work, obviously in general, that's probably going to be more of your older population. So maybe you want to set your age range between 35 and 65. And that's something, again, you can allow Facebook to do depending on who's actually interacting with your page. The other great thing about the ad campaigns that you can do is Facebook will allow you to customize what you're trying to get out of that. So what exactly, we talked a little bit about in the first video about creating a call to action and having a goal in place. And so based on your goals, be it get more messages, get more Facebook views, get more video views, get more advertising views, get more website views, driving traffic to a particular website, be it your website or somewhere else, Facebook will allow you to kind of break down even into that, and it'll set your ad up and distribute your ad accordingly based on its algorithm that way. So once you have that established, you can actually have Facebook, and I mentioned the algorithm a little bit ago. You can allow Facebook to set what's called a smart population or a smart audience for your ad. And if you set your ad, Facebook will actually learn over time based on who's interacting most with your ad to get your ad in a position, get your advertising campaign in a position where it's optimizing your results for that particular goal in whatever that is that you have in mind. The other thing I will mention about Facebook advertising is it gives you, when you set an ad campaign on Facebook, it does give you the opportunity to, first of all, set how much you want to spend per day, which is great. You can set a budget, and you can set it as low as $3 per day, which is very affordable. And then it lets you set the amount of time that you want to run it for. Now, what I always tell clients is you can have a set number in mind based on your budget. So, for example, if you were to run an ad for $5 a day for 10 days, that's a $50 budget. If you want it to work that way, you can work backwards. I got $100 to spend. We're going to run $5 a day for 20 days, or we're going to run $10 a day for 10 days. But what I would caution you against is actually setting that hard deadline. The Facebook algorithm will distribute your ad better and will actually pay it more attention, if you will, for lack of a better term, if you don't set a deadline, and you can actually set it continuously. These are ads you can turn on and off at any time, and it will actually track how much it's spending, and you can kind of check in on this, or your social media marketing agency should be checking in on this daily to see exactly where you are from a spending standpoint, so you kind of stay within your budget, and you go ahead and set that operating budget up front, and then you can kind of not have to worry about it nearly as much. It makes it very, very simple. But I would set that as a continuous advertisement, just to optimize your ability to get out to as many patients and as many customers as possible, give yourself the best possible results. As you're setting up the advertising campaign, the other thing Facebook will do is it'll give you the estimated reach. And we talked about metrics a little bit in the first episode. And again, remember, reach is just the amount of people who are going to see your product or your advertisement or your service. But obviously, you want to get that in front of people. So if you're just looking to get views, reach is great. If you're looking to get messages, or if you're looking to get phone calls, for example, or you're looking to just to generate leads, which you can also do on Facebook, it will break down how many estimated leads or messages or calls you could expect per day, just kind of depending on how everything breaks down. Now, when it comes to lead generation, Facebook does make it very easy to generate leads through an advertising campaign because it allows you to create your own form. So while you put out your ad and you're looking to generate leads as a goal, your call to action button on your advertisement may be a click here button or a learn more button or something of that nature. And you can create a button that actually will take your patients or those people interacting with your ad, which is your ultimate goal, and prompt them to fill out a form for you. And you can set whatever information you want, be it name, email address, phone number, age, gender, anything like that, which allows you to generate leads for future patients. That allows you to collect data on those patients. They are providing it to you. It is not obviously farming for that data. They are openly choosing to provide you that data. And then if you do any kind of email advertising campaign down the road, you obviously already have that information. If you're looking to distribute, if you have paper or mailer advertisements, if you're still doing that, you can collect addresses and send those out to potential patients. So lead generation is always a big thing, and that obviously will double up with the fact that now you're exposing your name to them on social media, which gets you in the front of their mind as they make their choice for a dental specialist, be it an oral surgeon, a periodontist, a prosthodontist, an endodontist, an orthodontist, or just a general practice dentist. The last thing I want to touch on real quick is being able to sync your Facebook and your Instagram together. And I mentioned that a little earlier. We talked about it a little last week. But if you go to your Facebook business suite in your business account and you look at the upper left-hand corner, when you're going to create a post, it will have your Facebook account and a checkbox, and then your Instagram account and a checkbox. And what that allows you to do is you can select which of those you're going to directly post to. And the great thing about Facebook now is because it owns Instagram, it allows you, if those two are synced, and you can log into and sync your Instagram very easily through Facebook and just allow Facebook access, is it allows you to create content and schedule content, which is something you couldn't do previously on Instagram and you can't do on Instagram alone. The other thing it allows you to do is you can post the same content, the same picture or video with a caption, as long as the video is short enough for Instagram, under a minute. You can post the same thing simultaneously on Facebook, and it obviously gets very stressful over time to be able to try to post content daily and try to log in, and obviously we all want to leverage our time, and we know time is money. So being able to schedule those a month out or weeks out even can really save time and effort and headaches for you if it's something that you're trying to do on your own. So in closing, you can see that Facebook has a lot of different benefits that you can use, especially from the advertising standpoint. And that's where I really think Facebook can really benefit a lot of dental practices. And they don't really take full advantage of all that it has to offer. My advice would be to either converse with somebody who has experience with Facebook and Facebook advertising, to either pick their brain about it, to hire somebody to do it for you, because obviously it can get time intensive. You can get really in depth if you do the deep dive, and it can really drain a lot and become very stressful, or just play around with it. If you have some free time, or if you're on the weekend, just log in, create a business profile for your practice if you haven't already. Go to your business suite and just start clicking around and playing around. It doesn't mean you have to launch an ad, but you can see all the different things that Facebook can do. Obviously, if you have any questions, any comments, concerns, anything that you would like touched on further with this, we can certainly do a follow-up video. Leave a comment or send us an email, 4ddigitalmedia@gmail.com. Obviously, you can always visit our website for services specifically that we offer, and some more information about us at www.4ddigitalmedia.com. Visit us on Facebook at 4ddigitalmedia. Visit us on Instagram at 4ddigitalmedia, or shoot us a tweet, mention us on Twitter at 4ddigitalmedia1. Always great to speak with everybody. Thank you so much for watching again, and be sure to tune in next week for some more great information. Hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody.
I know you're on a roll, sweet honey. Let's take it real.